What is going on, everybody? Eddie Soundhead back once again here with Soundhead Entertainment, back once again in NASCAR Heat 3 for what was supposed to be the continuation of our 2019 championship mode. But unfortunately, we've run into a bit of a problem here, and the episode has gone kind of sideways on me. So, got a little bit of explaining to do, and I'll try to lay out basically what's happening here at the beginning of the episode. So, if you've been following the series pretty closely, you'll probably want to stick around and hear what I got to say. But if you're just here for the racing action, I will throw up a timestamp here on the screen for you, and I'll also put one down in the description, so you can just jump straight to the racing if that's all you want to see. But for those of you who have been watching along and following along, you're probably going to want to hear just what kind of a night I've been having here, so I'll get into that right now. So a couple of hours ago now, I got on the game to record the STP 500 at Martinsville, which was ran in real life a little earlier today, or yesterday if you're watching this when it comes out on Monday. And it was a really good race. It was a really good race that we ran in the game. It was fun. It was actually really competitive. I was running the default setup. The AI were really good. I had a great battle for the lead that I was kind of getting the short end of the stick on. I mean, some funny stuff was happening. Ricky Stenhouse basically wrecked himself by running into the back of me. I got ass packed, basically, is what happened. Ricky Stenhouse just slammed into the back of me, wrecked himself right off the bat of the race a couple laps in. Then a couple of clean stages, finished the first stage clean, second stage clean. Finished 6th and 3rd, respectively, in the first and second stage. And then the final stage came around, and I restarted 3rd on the inside. Me and Denny Hamlin kind of broke away from Joey Logano, who's in 3rd. And we raced all the way till we caught the lap cars. And as soon as we caught the lap car of Cody Ware, who was the tail end car, he spun out directly in front of us when we were going into turn 1 and just completely kamikazed himself and made an attempt on our lives, basically. And I do have a screenshot of that because that was going to be the thumbnail for the video. And that was what I got from that. And it was hilarious. I was roasting him for the rest of the race, basically, and I blamed him for sabotaging me because eventually I ended up kind of choking. I made a move to the inside of Denny Hamlin. He kind of shut the door on me in turn 3. I rode up the curb, basically kind of half spun out, gathered it up. Joey Logano got by me, and I ended up finishing 3rd when it was all said and done. Denny Hamlin did get the win. He got his first win of the season in our championship mode, and it was all fine and dandy. I felt a little depressed that I gave the race up like that, but I thought this was such a good race anyway. It'll be a-okay. We'll move right along. So I did. I finished the race up. I went through my whole spiel that I always do. I went over the points. I went over the finishing order, looked at all this stuff. I think Brad Keselowski finished 12th rather than winning like he did in real life, and it was all fine and dandy. So then I said, let's go back to the shop like I always do. We head back to the shop, and as soon as we got there and it started showing me my finishing result, the game and my PC entirely crashed. It just straight up like blacked out. No blue screen, no nothing. It just went straight off. And so that's obviously a problem, and that's actually something that I've experienced with this game before. I used to do this a couple of months ago, like late last year. I had this problem a lot, but it kind of went away for a little while, and then it came back today, which is, really unfortunate. And for those of you who don't know, when your computer shuts off while you're recording a file, basically, when your file is actively recording, the file becomes corrupted, and that means obviously that you can't open it, you can't watch it, you can't edit it, and you can't upload it for all of you to view it. That means it is just completely useless now. So that footage is basically lost. It's gone. It really sucks because it was such a good race. Dare I say it was the best race we've had all season. It was some of my best commentary that I've done in this series, which disappoints me because I was really roasting Cody Ware and I was having some fun with battling Joey Logano there for a minute where he kind of knocked me out of the way and I knocked him out back, and then I went back up to Denny Hamlin. I was beating his bumper off. Like, it was just a fun race, and it's lost now. So all we have is the finishing result that did get logged in the game, but unfortunately the recording, the evidence of the video taking place is now gone. So I'm really disappointed in that. It's not a computer issue because my computer never crashes unless I'm playing NASCAR Heat 3, and I can honestly say that. And it hasn't happened in a long time, like I said, but it happened again today. So yeah, just a real bummer. So here's basically what I'm gonna do. This is the plan here. I'm gonna run another Martinsville race just in like sort of free play in this game, and sort of set it up, same settings that I have for career mode. We're just gonna run it as sort of a mock race. just so we have something to watch and entertain ourselves with, and hope that it's a good race for us. Now, as you can see, we've got a new paint scheme as well. That was something that I mentioned and went on a whole spiel about at the beginning of the actual video that I recorded that is now lost and damned to the ends of the earth. That, as you can see, we're kind of draped in Brad Keselowski's colors, as you can see from what he wanted today in that draw-tight scheme, which is beautiful. That's a gorgeous car. And so I had an idea. I said, why don't, from now on, while we're still sort of paralleling the real-life races, why don't we take the winner from that week's colors and put it on our car for our championship mode races? I think that's a pretty good idea. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want to see something like that. I'll still probably do special paint schemes every now and then that don't have anything to do with the actual winner's colors, like maybe patriotic schemes or something like that. But I think this is a pretty good idea, and I think it's something we should roll with. So let me know what you guys think, because ultimately the decision comes down to you. So let me know what you guys think about that. I think we're going to go ahead and head into a race now, just so we got something to do. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, that's a pretty fast lap right there. That'll put us in 7th place. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's actually a lot better than where we qualified in the race that I ran for our championship mode. That put us in 13th place for qualifying. So we'll be starting a little bit ahead of where we did in that race, but still in the inside row. So let's go ahead and jump into the race. All right, lining them up for the STP 500. Oh my God. Landon Castle on the 2nd row. Starcom showing up. Holy smokes, that's the greatest thing I think I've ever seen in my life in this game. Never did I think I'd see the day where Starcom would be at the 2nd row at Martinsville qualifying, but here we are. And there you go. All right, Landon Castle, get you some. So let's go ahead and have ourselves a nice smooth start here. Got Larson up here in front of us, who had a pretty uneventful day, it would seem, during the race. Didn't really see or hear much of him other than him getting knocked out of the way a couple of times, it seemed like. But that's just kind of Martinsville racing it most of the time. Kurt Busch, who's been having a really strong start to his season, again, didn't really seem to run as well. I didn't really see where he finished up at, but when I did see him one time, I think he was running about 20th. In a gear wrench car. Oh man, talk about overdriving the corner right there. But yeah, Kurt Busch didn't look like he was having the kind of day he wanted at Martinsville, which is too bad, because that team's been having a great start to the year. But we gotta talk about my man for a little bit here. We're repping his colors right now. In fact, I think we're maybe a little bit too light on the blue now that this thing's in some sunlight. But Brad Keselowski, my favorite driver, as most of you hopefully know by now, dominated this race. I think he led 446 laps out of 500, which is pretty gnarly of a butt whooping. And held off Chase Elliott late, who was hard charging there at the end. And I tell you what, Chase Elliott and him were battling pretty well there. I mean, Chase Elliott looked like he was just kind of behind him, and Brad was just out of reach. And at the end there, he started reeling in so fast, if he had a couple more laps, he might have had something for him. But Brad managed to get it done, and he's been getting some wins in pretty exciting fashion this year. He's not making it easy on my heart as a fan of his. And my God, Kurt Busch, could you please, we're 6 laps into this race, do you really need to be using a bumper? You know what's great about that, Kurt? You have a bumper, so do I, partner. Have fun with that, you big jerk. And I'm going to drive by him on the outside as he's wrecking down there. And he saved it. He held on to it. I got to give him credit for that. Put him in a bad spot right there. But we get by him after that. And it looks like Kevin Harvick is absolutely just taking off there in the lead. Got Suarez and Larson up here battling for 2nd and 3rd. Looking a little bit loose off the corner there, which is a problem that I've been having here at Martinsville. Had that a lot. I will tighten it up probably once we get to pit stops, so we don't pit until the 2nd stage break. So it's going to be a little while. We got to manage these tires here, and we just got to play it smooth, basically. Just manage a nice, calm, relaxing race at Martinsville, right? Yeah, Martinsville, relaxing. Those are two things that come straight to mind when you think of each other. We've got to get through those corners as smooth as we can, and we're actually doing a pretty decent job of it. Let's see if I can reel these guys in a little bit, kind of roll that center of the corner. I'm getting a little bit of FPS like anomalies. I don't know. This game is not very well optimized on PC, and I have a really, really good PC that I built myself, so it should handle this game like it's nothing. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's all that well optimized for whatever reason, and it doesn't, you know, it's got some low FPS issues on consoles as well. So, you know, that's more of a developer issue at that point. But I'll worry about that later. I'm sure somebody else will rant about that at a later date in time. I'll save it for them. And looks like we've reeled in Larson here, so can I do anything about that? A little bit of a curb shot there. He's going to give me that outside lane, but I don't want that one. I want the inside lane. Talk about shutting the door on me, Larson. My goodness me. You think it was Larson, you thought he would have taken the high lane, but he did not. He said, screw you and that high lane, and I'm going to protect the bottom, and he sure did. So I'll give him a shot in the back there. Just to let him know I'm thinking about him. And he, again, going to block that inside and hold that bottom line pretty well. And it's just a competitive race, man. I tell you what, it was competitive when we ran the actual race, and this little mock one seems to be shaping up pretty much the same idea. Just with a few different faces up here at the front. As Harvick looks like he's getting into lap traffic, and that will play a bit of a factor later on in the race. That might help us catch up a little bit if they get too far ahead of us. But I want to try and pass Larson before this stage is over with, because I do not want to start on the outside on the restart that's going to come up here in stage when stage 1 ends. So I'd really like to get around Larson here, and that is a beautiful run off of turn 4, and that's going to let us do it. But we're going to beat him into the corner there, nice, and got on the brakes nice and early. Power down through the corner. Oh, that was the best turn 1 and 2 I think I've done all day in either race. And now I got to Suarez's back bumper almost. I might let Suarez have second. I might let him have it just so I can go ahead and get myself that inside line restart spot as I give him a shot anyway. I'll just let him know we're thinking about him again. And take a look behind. Kurt Busch is getting by his teammate back there, it seems like. And Suarez here showing up at Martinsville, going to get a second place stage win. Kevin Harvick is going to win the stage, and that will do it for stage 1 here at Martinsville. So going pretty decently right now. Got a nice spot. Landon Castle hangs on for 6th. Got some stage points. That is unbelievable. All right, we got that beautiful inside lane restart that I so desperately wanted. And we're about to go green here. So we got to get through these shifts nice and clean. They come at you pretty fast here at Martinsville, and I'm going to even get a peek to the inside of Harvick. Oh, curb shot up in the grass. He shut that door on me there, and I didn't have much time to react. And man, did he ever get a lead out there on us. My, oh my. We got to try and reach him down, though. Let's go get him. As we get a nice clear on Suarez there, and now we get to try and find Harvick's rear bumper. And let's go get it. We got to hunt him down. Well, man, Harvick has managed to actually pull me a little bit there. I stayed with him for a while, but these last 5 or so laps, he's got me a good bit. Man, those tires are starting to feel it now. Wonder what the tire wear's at as I'm sliding off the corner. 54 on the right front. We definitely need to get some tires, maybe a little bit of wedge in it, too, to try and tighten it up a little bit. Kyle Larson's going to get a peek at my behind, but he's not going to get there. We'll come home second in stage 2. We got to pit. I need some fresh tires. We are screaming those tires. We just started to catch lap traffic too, but didn't quite get to them. Oh, wow. Well, this is interesting. So somehow Kevin Harvick didn't lose any spots on pit road, but we did to some people that are playing some strategy games, it looks like. So that's kind of interesting. I'm filing into the inside because there's no way I'm getting trapped on the outside with a bunch of these slower cars up here. Larson's up there as well. How the heck did that happen? Well, how did we manage this? That actually really kind of sucks because we had at least a shot at Harvick on even tires if we were going to start on the outside, but then we start on the outside like 3 rows deep or 4 rows deep. That's not good. So now we got to try and hunt down Harvick right now. We got to get through Bowman though to get a shot at it. So I don't know what Bowman did, but a couple of those guys, they jumped us. And I don't know how they jumped us like that, but they did. So, oh, Bowman, what are you doing, buddy? Chopped my nose off right there. That's going to hurt. I don't know. Well, I'm sitting in 3rd, which is where I finished in the race that I ran in championship mode. So maybe it'd be fitting if I wind up in the same spot, but a little bit different circumstances. It'd be a different winner. I don't even know if I've seen Denny Hamlin this race because, of course, he was the winner of our actual championship mode race as I almost plowed into the back of Alex Bowman here. We got a nice run on him that time. Can I peek up his inside? Can I send it in deep? I am. I even got into him a little bit.
Stay low, stay low.
Sorry, Alex, but if I want to get to Harvick, I got to get through you, bud, and I got to do it fast. All right. We got another shot at trying to hunt down Harvick here. Old Happy Harv. He's got a pretty good lead on us here, just over a second. We got to try to reel him in. Oh, jeez. God, is that going to bring out a caution? It does. Man, the car just got super loose off the corner. Man, we got some serious damage on this, too. Well, it's a short track. I'm going to have to press my luck here. I don't think trying to fix this damage and get back through the field would just be suicide, so we're just going to live with it. And, of course, we're going to be starting on the outside. Go figure. Couldn't even get to the inside on that one.
Be ready here.
Just chasing down Harvick. He was pulling me away again. Hopefully this aero damage doesn't impact us too much, especially since it's a road course.
Got one up top.
But we'll see. Or did I say road course? I mean short track. You can tell I'm just out of it at this point. I focused so much mentally on trying to catch Harvick, and he was still pulling me, which is just sad at that point. But
clear.
Up to third there, got by Larson, and it looks like Harvick's getting away from us again here. Logano is probably going to play the gap man here in between us. Got Jimmy Johnson up here having a run in fourth. He's wishing he could have done that in real life today. He was running terrible today at Martinsville. And poor guy. Let's see, can I get anything with this? It does feel like our car's turn is hurt a little bit by this. I don't know if the damage affects that even or not. I don't know if maybe it's just a psychological thing at this point, but the car doesn't feel like it's turned as good as it did a little bit ago. But I'm not giving up on this one here. We got to get Harvick here, or I could sit here and finish third, which would be fitting. But come on, we got to win. We got to win one right here for all you viewers out there that got robbed of a really good race and some hilarity in Cody Ware making an ass of himself. We got to make up for that. I think this has been a pretty good race so far, and I made an ass of myself by just losing it off of turn 4. And then the wall kind of came out and bit me and sent me to the inside wall, which is unfortunate, as Harvick is definitely pulling away from me now. That's a curb shot. Take a drink for every time I hit a curb in this race. Kidneys be warned. Livers too. Oh man, Johnson's looking at me now.
All right, you're clear there.
Come on, we got to hold on for a little while longer. Oh man, I'm just not getting the entries that I need right here. I just need to have some smooth laps is all. 12 laps to go. This is going to be tough to get up to them. We might have to just play defense mode now. I tell you what, they're getting up there on some lap traffic. This might not be over just yet. Wouldn't that be something if we got a little bit of lap traffic cheese? Get a freebie here at Martinsville, but we can't be counting our chickens just yet here. I've got Jimmy Johnson on my rear end too, and he's been taking little pokes at me here and there. But I tell you what, Harvick is right on the back of that 15. As we come to 5 to go right here, lap traffic might be playing a factor here, gaining a couple of tenths. Jimmy Johnson gaining on me as well, though. Tell you what, this is going to get interesting right here. They are definitely getting held up. Oh, Harvick goes high. Logano down low. Even if we're not involved, we got a good battle for the lead going on right here. We might be involved in a couple of laps if this keeps up. If I can get up there. Come on, let me up there. It's down below a second of a gap now. Come on, I got to get to them. Get to them. Oh, I sent it in deep there. Hit the curb. Look at this. We're going to have a shot here at the end. It's going to be kind of cheap, but it's a shot nonetheless. Come on, lappers. You got nothing. Oh, Logano blocking all the way down to the pit lane almost. Look out, look out. I got to use Chastain as a pick. Chastain, get up in front of him. Oh, he couldn't. I got to the lead, though. Chastain, you got to let me underneath you, bud. Oh, man, I sailed it in there deep. That's going to let Joey Logano underneath us. McDowell's up high. I'm in the wall. Oh, I felt our chance come and go. Sorry, Logano, and Jimmy's underneath me, and Jimmy's going to just put me in the grandstands at that rate, and we're right back where we were in third.
inside.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. Oh, and that's a spot right there with Almirola. Come on, I got to get to third.
Got room.
I got to
Clear.
keep third, if anything. Final lap here, final corners. We're going to at least get third out of this deal,
All
which
right,
is
you're clear there.
which is fitting. That's where we finish in the race. We had a shot, but
Fantastic.
just got ruffled up a little bit too much there in the lap cars, man. But with a damaged race car to come back after all that, Lap Car Mania took its toll, and I don't even know who won the race. I don't have a clue right now who won that race. We'll find out here in a moment, I guess. So here's our race results. After it was all said and done, Joey Logano got the victory. And poor Kevin Harvick, heartbreaker right there with the lap cars that cost him a win, got him all the way back to 5th. Jimmy Johnson did end up getting biased for 2nd there at the end and put us in 3rd, which matches us pretty much perfectly where we were at. So doesn't get much more perfect than that, I guess. That'll probably be a perfect sign-off spot. Next up is Texas next week. Hopefully we can actually run the real race instead of having to do a sort of mock one afterwards. But knock on any wood devices you may have around you, because we're going to need all the help we can get at this rate. But that'll pretty much do it, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this little improvised fix. Again, I apologize for it. Not much anybody can do. Just bad luck, really. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!